And what is up, everybody? We are finally back to reading Psycholonials. It's been a minute. But yeah, let's just get back to it. Why are the police here? Oh God, Abby, you can't tell them I'm here. But why? Because they're looking for me. That's definitely why they're here. I finally started snooping around my social media and they connected me with you and... God damn it, I should have known this would happen. See, what did you actually do? Does this have to do with the Bitcoin stuff? No, not at all. It's worse. I just have to hide. I'm going out back to the horse barn. Please just get rid of them, Abby. I'll explain everything later. The horse barn? No, stay in my room, please. Don't do anything stupid. I can handle this. No. I can't be in here. What if they have a warrant? I need to hide. Tell them it's unconstitutional to search a woman's horse barn. First of all, it's a stable, not a barn. Also, I don't even think that's true. Sure it is. Just keep mentioning the Constitution. The Constitution protects your rights as a horse owner. Say that until they fucking go away. I'm not talking about the Constitution with a fucking cop. If they don't have a warrant, I'll just make them go away. I'll say I haven't seen you in a while. Then you can tell me what's actually going on. Yeah, sure, just get rid of these fucking cops. You keep an eye out to make sure the police go away. Sure enough, they drive off after what seems like an eternity. Looks like Abby got the job done. Uh-oh. Okay, the cops are gone. I think you have some explaining to do. I can explain. Yes, maybe you can start with your car, and why they found it near a dead cop. I was gonna tell you about what happened that night, but I couldn't bring myself to. They were having a good time and I didn't want to ruin everything by talking about dead cops and all that shit. I went through the night was like traumatic. Okay, it sounds like you went through something terrible. So let's just slow it down. I'm not mad you didn't tell me, I promise. But please just tell me everything because obviously I'm involved now. I need to know everything so we can figure out what to do. Yeah, that's it. Well, the bottom line is I shot a cop. What? You said you'd be cool. Okay, I will be, but holy shit! When? Was this the night you came over soaking wet? Yeah. Oh God, in that fucking bullet hole. That was a cop bullet. God damn it, I knew that was all fishy. You've just been lying off your ass about all of this. Spitting all these crazy stories about how you shot your own manifesto like it was some meta-creative episode. When you were just covering up a cop killing? Just don't be mad at me, you said you would be mad. I'm not mad, I'm just losing it. It would all be kind of funny if it wasn't so serious. So if I'm understanding right, you actually tried to drive to my house that night, even though you were too drunk, and I told you not to do that. You crashed somewhere and a cop came by, and then he shot at you? Why? Yeah, why? I was trying to grab my manifesto and I think he thought I was reaching for a gun. So I started mouthing off at him, and he fired, so I, jumped at him, and I guess I kind of wrestled him for a bit. Jesus Christ! Anyways, I got his gun, and I shot him a bunch of times. I don't regret it because he was a piece of shit, and he deserved it. Yeah, I'm still not really. Then you got a ride to my place? No, the cop's dash cam probably recorded me. So I took the police car, and I drove it into the ocean. Oh my fucking God! The puddle! Why, you sneaky bitch! Yeah, but I got an Uber from the wharf after that. Then I kept meaning to tell you, but I could never bring myself to. I just wanted to forget about it, really. I guess I can't blame you. It sounds horrifying. Well, it was for the pig bastard I shot. Yeah, I really need some time to process all this. Wait, the cop showed me a picture of some guy. They asked me if I'd seen him before. Oh, shit. That was probably Percy. Percy? The simp I was fucking with before I went out that night. Why do they have that guy's picture? Because I gave it to them? See? I know, it was stupid. I called 911 to report my call as stolen, so set up an alibi, sorta. And I keep asking fucking questions, so I panicked and said he was my ex-boyfriend. I shouldn't have, though. It was the one mistake I made in an otherwise flawless cover-up. Oh, flawless, sure. You should probably tell him he's been implicated in a crime. I've been thinking about it, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you. Imagine how I feel about dealing with him. Also, whenever I say to him, I might just be incriminating myself. I need to think about it more. You also couldn't, pick a worst possible time to be a fugitive. You just launched a whole new social media brand and have a ton of new followers. In fact, that's almost certainly how they connected you with me. I know it is. That's why they came to your house. I'm sorry. See, you are such a spectacular fucking disaster. I know, God, I'm a complete fuck-off and that's scared about all this. I don't know what to do except, keep fighting. That's why I've been pushing so hard with all this brand shit. Fight? To fight? Yeah, I don't want to cower. Not from the people who hate me, not from my past, not from the fucking police. I guess that's the only way I know how. That makes sort of sense. It's pretty risky though, but it's not like any of this is really your fault. You are just defending yourself. But they won't see it that way if they catch me. Of course not. But don't worry, I won't let them catch you. Just stay in my house until we can get this to blow over somehow. But from now on, we shouldn't stream or make content together. And don't make it obvious you're posting content out of my house. We can't give the cops any reason to think you're hiding here. You actually think I should keep working on my brand? Of course I do. You're doing great so far. The Jubilite stuff is so, crazy and weird. A lot of my fans are really clicking with it. Plus, we are only getting warmed up with our Praxis efforts. Well, yeah, it would be a shame to pull a plug on that now. Your parents are on the ropes. When all is said and done, what difference is a little more crime gonna make? In for a penny, right? In for a billion. Only a billion? That's chicken feed number. I've been training you too well. I just don't want to see you give up. It would suck so much to let this shitty incident defeat you, when you were the one who was being attacked. Just keep following your vision. I'll do everything I can to protect you. Alright, keep fighting then. Good! What's next on the Jubilite agenda? I was gonna post the next chapter soon. This is where the dogma starts getting dicey. Oh, dicey as in Francis? Well, not legally dicey. I mean socially. It's entering the arena of weird gender shit. Kinda skirting the edges of whatever I was ranting about when I got myself fucking cancelled during my nuclear meltdown. Oh no. It should be fine though. I think this is all actually good shit. And fuck the haters anyways. I think the brand is beyond cancellation at this point. They could try their worst, but all it does is go into the discourse machine now. I'll use it to my advantage to keep business booming. That's what I like to hear. I'm excited to see it. When does it drop? I still need to walk everybody through Praxis. That's a whole fucking thing, as you know. It certainly is. But maybe in a week they'll be ready for the real truth bombs. Haha, great. I'm happy to hear you have a plan. I was really rattled by the police stuff, but I think if we work together, we can get this under control. Yeah. Let's just try to forget about all of this for today. It's really upsetting hearing about what happened to you. It's fine. I'm benefiting from the healing vibes of Dave Hoof, the true MVP of this outfit. Yes, he sure is. 1 week later. Another week slips by, like it's nothing. The passage of time is helpless against the momentum of your brand. The march towards 1 million followers is as inexorable as it is captivating. Even Abby, with her vast following, is taken aback by your rapid rise. You may have captured lightning in a bottle, which is hard to explain. Could it be the intrinsic allure of clowns, the socialist demagoguery, your unique flavor of showmanship, or your ability to manipulate discord and controversy to your own benefit? It's still just a matter of riding Abby's multi-million followers' coattails. Or maybe it's just driven by plain pandemic-driven boredom juicing the numbers. No one seems to have the answer, but it's hard to argue with the results. Few have taken to the Jubilite lifestyle with more gusto than Abby yourself. In in the previous week, she has unveiled her new Clownsona to uproarious acclaim. Apple Pie is a hit, and her Clownsona posts are getting higher levels of engagement than she's ever used to. Something peculiar is going on which wasn't supposed to happen. Her following is spiking right along with yours. She's began at around 3 million, and now it's sitting at 3.5. There's unanticipated synergy between your two brands, which lends to something to the claim that you aren't just coasting off her cloud anymore. She's starting to get a boost from yours as well. Now that she's figured out radical clown energy is nearly as good for business as fashionably standing K-pop groups, she continues hyping her brand with all the more enthusiasm. Your public lessons on Crank to Start hit as well. Stories of the fandom's implementation of these ideas have begun to circulate, which is becoming a form of content unto itself. Abby's been doing a masterful job of convincing her parents that it's all just part of their ploy to own the gullible libs, drive clicks, and make their money. And take their money. Anyone eavesdropping on her calls of her parents now would be hard-pressed to tell her apart from a staunch Republican. She gives all her credit to her mom and dad for training her too well on how to sound like them. But tonight you prepare for something completely different. It has nothing to do with financially subverting the wealthy in a playful manner. You're now delving into the part of the manifesto which engages with the delicate politics and various social constructs. The delivery requires a deft touch, so you take some time to revisit the material before going live with it. Everything is further complicated by the fact that you need to keep a low profile. You set up a streaming studio in the other wing of Abby's house, never doing anything to indicate the two of you are in the same building. You don't even use her Wi-Fi in case they get clever and subpoena Instagram for tracking purposes, or whatever it is they can do. You only stream for your phone's wireless data plan, which is what you're preparing to do right now as it happens. Are you almost ready to stream? Almost. Just brushing up on all this first. Also, I need to release the chapter itself, which I'll do in a minute. I've gotten so antsy to see how everyone reacts to the new stuff. Yeah, you've turned into a real discourse dumpster driver. Well, it's all a lot more interesting than discourse my brand usually gets. Your discourse just revolves around, like, the fact that you're hot, and how good or bad your opinions were on the K-pop. I think the occasional horse girl fight would erupt. Yeah. I noticed you've been dolled up in your Clownsona paint a lot more often lately. Even if you're in posts. I love my Clownsona. Not that I'm complaining, but it just seems like my brand has completely hijacked yours at this point. The Jubilee cultural hegemony is truly a force to be reckoned with. Sure seems that way. All I know is, I'm just having a lot more fun with putting your thing in the spotlight than what I was doing before. I think my whole influence routine was getting a little stale, to be honest. Nothing like a ton of outrageous clown propaganda to liven things up. I'm proud to have fully indoctrinated you. No matter what happens, from now on, I'll consider you my greatest conquest. I hope. Okay, I just posted the new shit. Let's wait a little while for that to make the rounds, then I'll start streaming. Do you want to, rehearse your message or anything? I usually just wing it in the moment I start streaming. Feels more real that way. Maybe we could talk about it anyway, so it's fresh in your mind? Sure, what do you want to talk about? Well, I read the chapter, and I'm mostly wondering about how serious you are about this. About what? Clown gender. Abby, I am dead fucking serious about clown gender. Well, I can totally believe that. I personally think it's interesting and all, but I think a lot of people probably just think you're joking, or trivializing a delicate subject. Of course they will. It's good, actually. It'll help drive discourse and pull more people in. But the theoretical foundations of clown gender are totally solid. I think most of our fans will start caping for the idea, especially the Sims. Naturally, you can always count on the Sims for a strong base of support. I fully expect the Sims to start identifying as clown gender in their bios. If not, I will be so disappointed in them. I'm sure they won't let you down. Hey wait, does that mean there are clown pronouns? I did actually come up with pronouns one time, but I never included them in the manifesto. What were they? Squeak, whim, whiz. Now, I guess I can see why they didn't make the cut. I think if I busted out those clown pronouns, people would really think I was taking a big gender piss. Plus, I think it would get fucking annoying at times if people started referring themselves as Squeak and Queen Self and shit. There are certain decisions you can make with clown ideology that are just plain irresponsible. Clearly, and we show nothing but impeccable restraint by promoting pranksters. Yeah, pranksters are just telling everyone to do a bunch of hilarious crimes. It's fine. So, if there are no clown pronouns, how do clown gender people refer to themselves? Literally any pronouns are applicable. He, she, they. It's like a wildcard gender. Like pulling out the Joker card for that part of your identity. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. So if I recall, there's a gender triangle with 3 genders. Male, female, and clown on each point. That's a bit simplistic. You're excluding non-binary from the spectrum. See, look. The pyramid is a gender continuum. The bottom is horizontal on the axis. It's a spectrum ranging from male to female with non-binary in the middle. That's all standard. You position yourself on this axis however you feel. Then, moving up the y-axis takes you closer to clown gender. The higher up you go, the less you resonate with the entire concept of gender at all. Like you're transcending the entire conventional spectrum and seeing gender for the farcical social construct it really is. That's why it's clown gender. It embodies a whimsical attitude towards the whole deal. Any pronouns are fine. A true clown gender person wouldn't care what they are called. They embrace all pronouns. At the peak of the pyramid is a full clown gender individual self. After my stream, I plan to come out as clown gender. Oh, cool. You mean all the way at the top of the pyramid? Yeah, it'll get the ball rolling on the idea. Then we step back and let the discourse fly. But is it actually true that you identify that way? It's true enough. I mean, I came up with all this shit, didn't I? Wow, I'm so proud you're taking this big step. Well, thank you. I'll have to think about where I fit on your pyramid. I don't think I'm a clown. I'm too cis-womany for that. Yeah, you are. Take your time with it. Meditate deeply upon my clown gender continuum. One day Riotous will bless you with an answer. Who? Oh god, I haven't even gotten into the lore yet. There's so fucking much. He's a mythical clown figure, the first Jubilate who lived millions of years ago. He comes to me as these crazy dreams, sometimes, which is where I get most of this from. I'll probably start getting into this stuff in a few weeks. So I'll sure something people will probably flip out about. I can barely imagine the discourse surrounding whatever the hell this is, like a story, a religion. I'm sure it'll be a complete pandemonium. Deploying this material to the masses is, in its own way, a great form of pranksters, actually. It's like meta-pranksters. So the introduction of pranksters to the world is also pranksters. Jesus. Alright, ready to start streaming? Here, you can work the camera. Okay. Later. You both carefully study the aftermath of your clown gender stream for the rest of the day. As expected, the discourse is popping off. Passionate discussion flares up, resulting in a great many truly awful takes, whereas others begin enthusiastically plotting themselves somewhere on your clown gender pyramid. While the most dedicated Jubilites vibe with the material instantly, and update their clown sonus accordingly. All in all, you consider it a very successful installment of your serialized manifesto, and you celebrate with your friend in the customary manner, by continuing to lurch a parent supply of preposterously expensive wine. I have bad news. What? We ran out of the wine that costs over $10,000. Oh no! I had to get this off the fucking bargain shelf. It's only $8,000 according to the web. Well, guess we'll have to make do with this swill tonight. Unbelievable. Forced to live like common peasants. That's fine, we can rough it up for a little while, until our pranks and shit comes in. Maybe we should debrief on all that tonight. Yeah, it's easy to lose track of our business objectives where everyone's such in frenzy over clown gender. The reception to my gender pyramid couldn't possibly be better. The discourse is exquisite. Much more satisfying than this discount piss wine for beggars. So, where are we with this? Are you still seducing my mom? Yeah. I'm this close to getting her to want a divorce. Just needs another push or two. How are things going with your dad? Good. I've suddenly been talking to him a lot more frequently than he's ever come to expect. Which has actually made pulling the strings a lot easier. He's so delighted to be hearing from me often. I think it's made him a lot more willing to believe the stuff I'm saying. Almost makes me feel kind of bad. Don't feel bad. Remember, these are bad people, actually. Oh, I know. It's hard to forget that. Since the role-playing I've been doing has been making me pretty gross. Role-playing? Yeah, I've gone really hard in the direction of acting like I've taken a sudden conservative turn in my beliefs. Whoa. I still keep it believable. I still say I hate Trump, and talk a lot of shit about Biden too, because he's obviously a rapist. He gets a kick out of it when I rant like that, because it wasn't even that long ago that he hated Biden too, before he started giving him millions of dollars, I mean. Yeah, it looks like he's got a new crush. Your dad ex-Biden. Sounds like an especially retarded old man yowie fic. No, but also, yeah, pretty much. So, like, I just go on like that. I barely even talk about Bitcoin anymore. That approach is too ham-fisted. It just makes it obvious I have some weird agenda after a while. Instead, I spend a lot of time trashing our fans, calling them, like, gullible socialist simps who hate America. Well, that is basically what they are. It just so happens they're right to feel that way. Yeah, I just do a lot of sneering at their liberal bullshit. As if my experiences with the fans have really opened my eyes towards the sensible conservative thinking. See, the trick is to just take all the shitty things he's ever said about politics and, like, repackage those statements in my own voice and say it all back to him. You think it would be suspicious, me suddenly flipping on a bunch of political shit we used to argue about? But I just know how he thinks. He loves hearing it, so he just wants to believe it's true. Like, it just confirms his biases, you know? He assumes I'm growing up dispensing my childless political beliefs and becoming the responsible heresy he always wanted to be. This is genius. You are literally the CEO of fucking Princess right now. I feel like a silly baby toying with your mother's heart. No, your angle is so good, and God knows they need a divorce. You're helping them, actually. Yeah, they also have too much money, which turns them into shitheads. So we're doing them a favor by taking their billions. Oh, absolutely. I think I'm about to hit a wall, though. There are diminishing returns when it comes to email seduction. Like, she obviously doesn't suspect at all that this isn't a real guy she's talking to. It's just I start running out of ammo with the sexting shit. It's that repetitive, and there's no way to up the ante, because, like, not like I can call her. Maybe what you need is a voice actor to play his part. It can really be any dude who's willing to bullshit through a fake affair as a rich Republican donor. Even someone much longer, like one of our simps, maybe? It would have to be someone who won't mind becoming deeply complicit in crypto fraud. That probably describes, like, half of our followers? Or, it could be someone who is already complicit, even if he doesn't know it yet. You open your previous DM with Percy and pick up where you left off with your drunken conversation. Like, barely a day has gone by. This time you make sure your flirtation is considerably less hostile, which he appears to appreciate. He's more than appreciative, actually. His instincts as a devoted simp seem to be in overdrive now, considering how much clout you've accumulated since you last spoke. He must feel quite special, given that he has a chance to speak with you when you only had a meager following of 1,000 people. That special feeling of elite, ground floor access to you is a factor you can easily work to your advantage. By now, you doubt there's much you could ask of him that he wouldn't leap at the opportunity to help you with. And as a dedicated fan of your content, he should be more than thrilled to participate in a scheme which is a quintessential act of prankness. You consider how many simps would kill for a chance to be in his shoes. Or, not literally commit a murder, then at least be framed for one. You decide to not mention your troubles with the law just yet, let alone the fact that you arbitrarily decided to implicate him in the slaying of the police officer. That would really kill the mood. It could also overwhelm him, when you really need his wits as sharp as possible so he can play the role of a wealthy suitor to a middle-aged billionaire woman. After all the flirtatious pleasantries are over, you and Abby retire to the living room as you continue walking him through the play. So, just to be clear, you are asking me to call your friend's mother and engage in various forms of amorous banter. Yes, but Jesus, Percy. You're gonna have to turn on the charm a little better than that. Okay, I believe I can do that. Remember a few weeks ago when you slid into my DMs and started hitting on me? Well, I'm not sure I was like... I mean, don't get me wrong, I think you're cool, and... God damn it, Percy, you were a very thirsty boy that night. Don't fuck with me this. I know an ear snip when I see one. Your move worked, didn't it? Here I am, talking to you again, asking you to help us out with some super important, mission-critical shit. So it's time to stop doubting yourself. You clearly have some killer Chad instincts or whatever, which even you don't fully grasp. Wow. So now I just need you to help the movement by channeling that sick Chad energy towards a wicked woman who is extremely lonely and horny. I'll do my best, but aside from participating in a series of sexually charged conversations with this woman, I'm not sure what else to say exactly. I don't have the context for their previous interactions, or know anything about the character I'm supposed to be playing. Don't worry about that. I'll send you copies of all the email chains. I can also send you all the info I have on this guy. He's some rich goose who gives Republicans a lot of money. She's met this guy once or twice, but otherwise never encounters him except for these fake emails I've been throwing at her. Yes, research material will be very helpful. Please send me everything you have. First, this is fucking amazing of you. It takes some real balls to do this. I hope you know how much I appreciate it. Haha, it's no problem, really. It sounds fun, and I'm happy to help. And maybe after you've made some progress with our mark, you can hop a ferry over here. I mean, for real this time. Sorry if it sounded like I was fucking with you about that last time. No, it's okay. Sure, I love you. Love to. All I'm saying is, life on the island gets kinda lonely, you know? Like, really lonely. Pandemic isn't helping much either. Feels like an eternity since I, well, socialized, if you know what I mean. Slut! You whore, stop! Yeah, I do. It's been quite some time since I had any company outside of work, I mean. Just let me know when you'd like me to come. I'll be there. Oh, yeah, that cool purse. Gotta go by. Yuri. Push. Abby, I don't think it's okay. Maybe I shouldn't have. No, it's fine. It's just, I don't want to hurt your feelings. It just seems like a bad idea. I just got carried away. I know you're not into me that way. Sorry, it's not that. It's just... You don't have to apologize. You're straight. I get it. I know that I'm just too pushy sometimes. No, it's not that, like... I'm not even that straight. I don't think you really understand me. I'd like to. Abby, you're, like, the only person in the world I actually care about. And all that, like, what we just almost did, for me, that's not... I don't know. It's certainly not about affection. It's more like a weapon. Oh, that sounds sad. Look at what I was just doing with Percy. This probably doesn't really deserve any of this. You were just having some fun with him. And he likes it. It's so obvious that being able to help you out is, like, the best thing that's ever happened to him. Abby, I fucking framed him for cop murder. Okay, yes, that was pretty bad, but you just panicked when talking to some cops. We can figure out how to deal with that. It wasn't like sending his photo was the result of some diabolical sexual con. You just fucked up, that's all. Yeah, but it only happened because that was the day I began messaging with him. Look, all I'm saying is, I'm kind of fucked up about this subject. And no matter what happens, I don't want to feel like I'm using that particular weapon against you. Does that make sense? Totally. I have to piss. We really flew through the dollar store line tonight, didn't we? Oh, yeah. Psychic damage. Influencer Z, named person of interest in murder of Nantucket police officer. Uh-oh. Looks like the authorities are finally closing in. You know this is coming, right? You've been sloppy, Stan. You set up a shoddy alibi, pinned the shit on an innocent simp for some reason, and started babbling to the first responder about witness protection program, for God's sakes. Well, we're not exactly dealing with a master criminal here, but I will say this much, we are dealing with a criminal who's got guts. And wherever there exists people with guts, there exist people who stand a chance. It took guts to dump that car into the Sound. It took guts to play it cool and start a kick-ass media empire out of the house of a highly visible internet celebrity. And it'll take even more guts to manage a brand with 1 million followers while you're a wanted felon making national headlines. So maybe it's time to put those guts to use. Maybe you're finally ready to make a real choice. You could always delete your account, and pretend this never happened. That'd probably save you a ton of trouble. Or you could charge full steam ahead. Fuck the news, fuck the haters, and fuck the police. There isn't a force in heaven or earth that could slow your brand down now. So what'll it be, Jean? Haha, whoops. Okay, this is my fault. I knew damn well this wouldn't work. If I'm being totally honest, I just wanted to say hello again, to remind you I exist, to remind you what the stakes are. The facts have remained unchanged, though. The ability to make meaningful choices in this story are still only allowed to be unlocked by a true successor. And that still ain't you. But it does look like you're making some progress, so don't give up hope just yet. I'll check back on you soon enough, just keep doing it, whatever it is you're doing. And I think we both know what that's gonna be, Lil. Because you're a fighter, Jen. That's what I love about you.